come and join weekly meditation sessions here in the Long Island Buddhist Meditation Center. What made you to start this journey in spiritual way, if I ask you?
Thank you for your question. It's been a long journey. It started about 17 years ago, and my brother and I started practicing due to he was having some very grave health issues, and we wanted to find a way to best deal with it, and also at the time I was struggling with some doubts and with some anger, and someone had recommended that we tried Buddhist practice and to attend some classes, and we went, and it just resonated. It resonated so clearly for us, and we started studying very intensely for about a year and a half. We were going several times a week, and it just really seemed to bring both of us peace, and it was a very centering experience for my brother and for me, and it was just a better way of life, a better way of living, a better way of looking at life, and we had some significant blessings in terms of we were both blessed with having children, and so at that point we were very involved with child rearing and not able to attend classes so much, but it was always present in our lives in terms of the readings, the teachings, and also developing a practice, whether we were at classes or not. And it just was a way of getting out of the daily struggles by looking for something more meaningful, more purposeful, a right way of thinking about life and about others, and about learning how to be mindful about that the greatest happiness is in doing for others. And in that way, you seek for blessings for yourself to show others that this is a way where they can be happy too. So
I remember that your brother was a very good friend of us and Meditation Center. He, more than a meditation member, he supported us, the monks and to the center. Though he is not alive, I feel he is living. So what made you to come here to the meditation center, this facility, this place?
My brother, he was always a great seeker of different opportunities and experiences, and he started coming here. But actually, if I go back a little further, it was actually my neighbor had died, and she was a practicing Buddhist, and her husband, out of respect for that, for her service, he put together a Buddhist ceremony, and you officiated. And so it was a really wonderful service, and it was very uplifting, and was so deeply meaningful that my husband and we reflected upon your words, and we both thought it was really a wonderful experience and a great way in order to pay tribute to our neighbor, and it stuck with us so that when my husband died, I remembered how meaningful it was to him, and I knew that he would very much want you to be part of it. And I asked my neighbor's husband, I asked him if I could have any kind of contact information with you, and he had it. He gave it to me, and I reached out to you, and you, immediately, you came and you did a wonderful, meaningful service for my husband. And I had people coming up to me afterwards saying that it was the best wake they'd ever been to because they listened to all of your teachings, and it just wasn't like anything that they had experienced before, and it really brought a lot of peace to their hearts and to their minds. And so, and my brother was there. And so when he went out in quest,
Right.
he knew of your center, and he started coming here, and he became a core member. It was became a foundation for him, and when he went forth with further medical struggles, this was his anchor towards finding a deeper spiritual existence for himself, and a very firm belief foundation that he was able to face death with a happy mind.
Right.
With a peaceful mind, because of your teachings.
He was a strong-minded person.
Yes,
He's
very
so strong.
Very.
And he Mike practiced meditation every morning.
Yes.
That's what he said.
Yes. And he had a shrine set up.
Right.
He was very proud of his shrine, and he studied very hard. He knew all of the verses and everything by heart. He really wound up examining his life and how he could help others, and how he could look at life with a happy heart,
Right.
and to do good works and wholesome activities.
Correct. Thank you. So, according to your practice so far, you practice meditation as well as you participate for the discussion, and so what can you give others as a message, from your practice and what you learned so far? In Buddhist topics, we, for example, Four Noble Truths, Noble Eightfold Path, 3 characteristics of existence, likewise. Using them, according to your understanding, what message you can give to the society?
That it's accurate. That, and I believe I shared with you that in order to be able to carry the Four Noble Truths with me throughout every moment of the day, I came up with a little sort of way of remembering, and that was to pace yourself, and that is, that life is full of pain, is full of suffering, and where that comes from, it comes from our attachments to things, and even to people. And, but everything is transitory. There's impermanence in life. And we have the ability within ourselves to cease our suffering and our pain. And with that, as we continue along learning how to cease that pain by not having attachment, we are then able to pursue a path of enlightenment. So I say, pace yourself, Kate.
Very good.
And so and go ahead.
Yeah, very good. And at the beginning, you mentioned you had anger.
Yes.
But today you mentioned you stay nearly an hour in the bank.
Over an hour.
How would happen? How could do that?
Well, I guess how the Buddhist teachings have shaped how I go forward in life, and how others can too, is kind of thinking about wherever you are is where you need to be. So as this event was supposed to be a short trip to the bank, wound up being over an hour, I just said, well, this is where I need to be right now, and there's no use being upset about it. Just kind of settle in, and to also be aware of your immediate surroundings, find the joy in what's around you, which I was able to. There was this beautiful little snail shell the bank representative had on her desk, so I was enjoying that for a while and thinking about the snail and the snail's life, and who collected that snail shell and put it on her desk. So I was just able to relax in the moment and not get into the whole perspective of oh, this is taking too long, or getting frustrated at all. So I just remained calm, and it really was not difficult at first at all. And it was sort of like, well, I was kind of getting into a mindful place where we've practiced meditating so much that it just sort of came easily. But then after about 45 minutes, and realizing that I was supposed to be attending Buddha class shortly, I felt that familiar feeling, that old feeling of impatience starting to rise, and I was able to be mindful and acknowledge it and say, oh, there it is. Oh, it's coming. And I was able to say, oh, okay, I can do something about this. And actually, I took some amusement out of it, say, oh, there it is, and to quiet it down and to, reflect that this was a wonderful test in patience.
Right.
And I do think, what would Bhante do? and that you would be calm and peaceful, and you would let things unfold as they would. And so I had no impatience with the bank representative, because I knew it wasn't her fault. She was very apologetic and everything, but it was the technology. There was some kind of system error, and so it even went further. It then went like over an hour, and the bank was closing, and I just kind of looked at it sort of in a funny way. And we got through it, and then we resolved the issue, and I thanked her for her perseverance. And she thanked me for my patience, and it wound up being a very nice exchange, which could have gone in a different way. And I would imagine some people would have gotten angry and maybe stormed around and said all kinds of not nice things, but it was just some time that we had to spend together. And actually, she was a very lovely person, and I enjoyed her company, and we wished each other well. And it was just a different way of doing things, where everyone can get along, and you want to have the right speech and the right actions.
Very good, wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bhante.
This is Catherine, a lady who comes to our meditation center, weekly meditation sessions. Our mission is discuss the Dhamma, teach the Dhamma and meditation techniques, then finally let everybody knows how we can apply the teachings to our daily life. Catherine has done it very well. She mentioned what happened today on the way to come here, so she explained it very well. 1 hour period of time, she had to wait at the bank. So without anger, how did she face to that situation? She explained. Thank you very much for your patience and how you applied these teachings to your daily life. It is appreciated. Many blessings to you, Catherine.
Many blessings to you, Bhante, and thank you for allowing me to share that, and maybe that will help other people too.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Many blessings.
Many blessings to you.